Hello and welcome to the Mark Baker Bowling Virtual Lesson Studio. As you can see, it's my front room here in Yorba Linda, California. Today I'm very excited to announce I'm starting a new project. I've teamed up with FloBowling to start analyzing and looking at all the pros games on the Professional Men's Tour, the PBA Tour. So why are we doing that? This isn't to tear their games down. This is to show you what is so good about all the players on tour. Let's think about this. Why is this small group of guys really so much better than everybody else? I think it comes down to two things. Almost every pro does something unique that no other pro does. Think about it. No two bowlers throw the ball the same. As we watch them on TV, they're all a little bit different. What is that uniqueness about each player that sets them apart? Also, what we're going to be looking at, what are their consistencies? What are some of the things that almost all the pros do? There might be 2, 3, even 4 areas of all their games where they all match. And why does that matter? Because you, FloBowling the audience, who are probably made up of all bowlers, it might be helpful if you incorporate that into your own game. You might see your consistency go up, your scores more go up, and more importantly, you throw more strikes. Okay, before we start looking at the very first project, let's discuss what you're going to be looking at, the viewer, so you'll know where I'm coming from to make this much easier. To get on the Pro Bowlers Tour, what do you have to have? The normal answer is a high rev rate, a lot of power. While that is true, you do need that. I think there are some other things in play that we need to discuss. So every player I'm going to look at, we're going to have a back view and we're going to have a side view. Let's start with the back. What am I looking for? The players on the tour are very, very, very accurate. How are they attaining this accuracy? So when we look from the back, we will start seeing why they hit their targets so well and what parts of their body and their swing allow this to happen. Number 2, we're going to look from the side. Now, we talked about power being important. What I think is important on the men's tour and what really shows up looking at all the videos, how consistent their release points are and how consistent their ball speeds are. Think about this. They're bowling on a pattern every week, a different distance. Their whole goal when they talk about it is to get the ball to that spot down lane where it needs to slow down and change direction and make the pocket the biggest with the best carry. So how does that work? You got to be able to get the ball to the same spot every time. That's where the accuracy comes in. But release point and speed control, getting it to the same spot, that allows their unbelievably high rev rates to be taken advantage of. Having a high rev rate doesn't make you a good bowler. That's like being the guy that hit the ball the farthest on the driving range, but you can't break 90. Now, if you can hit it in the fairway, and you can hit it 360, your name is Bryson DeChambeau or Dustin Johnson. If your rev rate's 550, and you can hit what you're looking at, that's called E.J. Tackett and J.C. Belmonte. My job is to show you how looking at the back and looking at the side, these pros are so consistent and unique, but more importantly, how they take advantage of their accuracy, their release point, their ball speed to take advantage of all that power. Let's start looking at our first project.